Defensive driving, navigating the driving experience. Course breakdown. This course will be broken out into 4 videos. Topics in this course include defensive driving, navigating the driving experience, video 1. Defensive driving, no need for speed, video 2. Defensive driving, navigating turns and intersections, video 3. Defensive driving, safe backing and parking, video 4. Welcome to defensive driving. This video introduces how you can save time, money, and reduce your risk of collision by understanding the legal, mechanical, environmental, and human factors that impact the driving experience. When you complete this video, you will be able to list the 5 principles of defensive driving, describe the 4 factors that affect your driving, list strategies to manage your emotional, physical, and mental state, explain how you can mitigate factors outside your control. Defensive driving, navigating the driving experience. You have been approached by a top-secret agency who tells you the supply chain is crumbling and the world economy is on the brink of collapse. Only you can save it. To do so, you must safely deliver the goods in your cargo manifest within 24 hours. But the task you face is not an easy one. You will be challenged by dangerous roads and conditions and confronted with countless obstacles. In addition, you must ensure no other road users are harmed along the way. To succeed in your assignment, you must follow the 5 principles of defensive driving. Be prepared. Make sure you are fit to drive. Your vehicle is safe to operate, and you have all the necessary equipment for your trip. Check weather and road conditions. Plan your route accordingly and give yourself plenty of time. While on the road, be prepared in the event you need to make a sudden lane change by identifying potential escape paths. Communicate your presence and intentions. Use eye contact, headlights, signals, flashers, and U-horn as necessary to alert to other drivers to your presence and intentions. Be on the lookout for hazards. Continually scan your environment to anticipate potential threats. This includes checking for and anticipating the movements of other road users and animals. Take extra caution when driving through school zones, construction zones, or other hazardous areas, and drive according to weather and road conditions. Give yourself plenty of time to react. Give yourself enough time to react to dangerous situations by maintaining a safe distance and a safe following distance. React in the safest possible way. React to hazards by following best practices. If you've done your work to prepare, you will be ready for inclement weather or conditions and will also be prepared to maneuver your vehicle out of harm's way to a safe escape path. Meet your mentors. To assist you on your mission, you will be guided by 4 mentors, coaching you as you encounter a series of challenges along your route. Each mentor is a master of one of the 4 factors that will oppose you during your journey, including Larry, the legal factor; Michael, the mechanical factor; Edgar, the environmental; and Henry, the human factor. To be successful on your mission, you must harness the power of all 4 mentors by understanding the dangers associated with each factor and the tools and practices you can use to overcome them. It's the Law Larry, responsible for the legal factor, is your first mentor, and his message is straightforward. The most important part of being a defensive driver is to stay in compliance with the regulations in place to keep everyone safe. Wear your seatbelt. Like safety gloves or steel-toed boots, your seatbelt keeps you safe on the job and is the most important form of personal protective equipment, PPE, that you wear. In both Canada and the United States, you are required to wear a seatbelt in all jurisdictions. Follow posted road signs, obey speed and traffic signs, and be aware that they may change frequently in construction zones or at certain times of the day in school zones. Obey traffic directions. Construction zones and other high-traffic areas may use police or other traffic control persons, such as flaggers, to safely direct traffic. Flaggers have the same authority as a road sign, and you are required to obey them. Keep right. Slower traffic should always keep right, but in some jurisdictions, large vehicles may be prohibited from driving in the left lane only for specific purposes. Size and weight restrictions for large vehicles may also vary between jurisdictions. Keep right as much as possible to avoid penalties. The mechanics of defensive driving. Your vehicle is your most powerful tool and is essential for you to reach your destination. but if it is not properly cared for, it can easily malfunction. You must learn to avoid costly and dangerous breakdowns, as well as prevent cargo damage and theft. Michael can help you harness the full potential of your vehicle. Michael's strategies. Perform thorough vehicle inspections. While you may be tempted to cut corners in a hurry, performing careful vehicle inspections and routine maintenance takes much less time and money than dealing with a breakdown and can also save lives. Secure your cargo properly to stop it from shifting dangerously while driving. Insecure cargo can cause injury to you as well as damage to your vehicle. Lock your vehicle and trailer when you're parked. This will help avoid theft or hijacking even when you're in the vehicle. Remember, pre-trip, post-trip, en route, and cargo securement inspections are required by law. Your seat and mirrors. Driving with a poorly adjusted seat and mirrors is like running a marathon with small shoes and dirty glasses. You are much more likely to get hurt. To increase your performance and chance of success on your mission, adjust your seat, set and clean your mirrors, and know when to use your West Coast mirrors, also known as plane or flat mirrors, and convex mirrors. Set your mirrors. Adjust both the left and right mirrors on the tractor to get an accurate view of the sides and rear of the vehicle. Use your carrier's mirror check station or create your own. Always keep your vehicle straight when making mirror adjustments. West Coast and convex mirrors. Your vehicle has West Coast, plane, or flat mirrors, and may also have convex, curved mirrors, which are designed for different purposes. Convex mirrors provide a wider perspective to help minimize blind spots, but distort your depth perception. When turning, begin by looking at your West Coast mirrors. Then finish your turn by using your convex mirror to judge the distance between your vehicle and the curb or obstacle you are trying to clear. Clean your mirrors. Dirty mirrors can obscure your vision and increase your blind spots. Keep them clean to maximize your visibility. Adjust your seat. Can you see at least 3 inches over the top of the steering wheel? Is there a gap of 10 to 12 inches between your chest and the steering wheel? Are your legs and feet free of the steering wheel shaft? Can you easily depress pedals with your whole foot without pulling away from the back of the seat? The environment and you. Your third mentor, Edgar, shares his wisdom on how to mitigate the effects of external influences like weather, road conditions, and traffic. While you do not have the power to stop a snowstorm or reroute traffic, you can avoid or manage these obstacles to reach your destination safely and on time. The solution, according to Edgar, is trip planning, which can also save you time and money and reduce the stress of unexpected delays. Your GPS, paper road maps, Google Street View, and your fellow drivers are all tools you can use to plan your trip. Map your route. Get directions from your GPS and use applications to determine whether the address you have is the loading area or main office. Always keep a road atlas or map in your vehicle in case of GPS malfunction or error. Check the trip packet from the dispatcher for the loading area location and parking availability. Ask your dispatcher or fellow drivers for any additional information they have on the location. Check weather and road conditions. Check the forecast before you leave and adjust your schedule accordingly. Stay up to date on your drive by periodically tuning into local news, especially when driving through known storm zones. Unexpected weather events, like tornadoes, can develop suddenly. Check road restrictions. Be aware of construction or road closures on your route and plan for detours when necessary. Check for local vehicle weight and dimensions limitations, e.g., areas with low clearance, bridge weight limits, spring thaw weight limits. When driving in the mountains, ensure you are aware of chain laws along your route and have winter traction devices in your vehicle. Prepare for the temperature. For the heat, bring extra water, sunglasses, and sunscreen. For the cold, bring appropriate footwear, extra blankets, matches, and a candle. Check your tire tread depth and air pressure regularly as air pressure drops in cold temperatures. Plan breaks ahead of time. Use truck stop parking apps to locate chains along your route and make a reservation if possible, or use an app like Park My Truck or Trucker Path to find a lot that is safe and well lit. Expect parking to be difficult to find and give yourself extra time. Plan a backup stop in case you need to accommodate delays. Create a schedule. Allow sufficient time for food, fuel, and rest, and abide by hours of service regulations. Base your ETA on a speed lower than you expect to travel. When you are crossing the border, expect delays and schedule extra time. Extreme temperatures. Edgar warns extreme temperatures are hard on your body as well as your vehicle, as they have to work harder to regulate temperature. He shares best practices for dealing with hot and cold conditions. Remember, stay hydrated all year long. Water is necessary to regulate your body temperature. Check your tire inflation when the tires are cold. Tire pressure will increase 10 to 15 psi once they heat up. Pay special attention to your brakes. Heat causes them to deteriorate faster. Make sure your vehicle's coolant and windshield washer fluid are between the add and full marks. Be aware that heat can melt tar and make the road slippery. Areas of pavement that look wet can indicate melting tar. Check your tire inflation regularly. You lose up to 2 psi per month, and your tires can develop flat spots. Underinflated tires can lead to premature wear and reduced contact with the road. Use winter-grade fuel to keep the fluid running smoothly and prevent gelling. Make sure your vehicle's coolant and windshield washer fluid are between the add and full marks. Inspect your battery for terminal corrosion. Make sure the cables are tight and the battery is secured to the mounting compartment. You're only human. You are now ready to meet your final mentor, Henry, who guides you on the human factor. You have the most control over this factor, so it can either be your greatest weakness or your greatest strength. Before you get behind the wheel, Henry tells you to always have a physical, intellectual, and emotional check-in, or by asking yourself a few simple questions. Physical: are you ill, fatigued, hungry, dehydrated? Intellectual: are you having trouble concentrating? Are you distracted or impaired? Emotional: are you stressed, angry, sad, anxious, or experiencing another strong emotion? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, take the time you need to ready yourself before leaving for your trip. A few minutes could save lives. Your own worst enemy. Many dangers you face on your assignment will come from within. It is up to you to acknowledge and overcome them. These hazards may include your health, fatigue, caffeine overload, distractions, and aggression. What's more, other road users may experience the same challenges. Not only do you have to account for your own behavior, but you also have to watch out for other drivers who may not be operating at their best. Your health. Your health can give you energy and boost your mental clarity, or it can distract you by causing pain, discomfort, or brain fog and prevent you from performing your job safely. Optimize your health by exercising regularly, eating unprocessed foods, drinking plenty of water, and sleeping 7-9 hours each night. Drowsy driving. Even a few hours of missed sleep can significantly increase your risk of collision because sleep deprivation causes increased risk-taking behavior, difficulty concentrating, reduced reaction time and vigilance, reduced ability to manage emotions. Caffeine overload. Caffeine is not a substitute for sleep, and an overload can lead to side effects like nausea, dizziness, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating, all of which can be dangerous behind the wheel. Avoid adverse side effects by limiting your intake to 400 milligrams per day, about 4 cups of coffee, or 2 energy shot drinks. Distracted driving. Anything that takes your attention away from the task at hand is considered a distraction and significantly increases your risk of collision. One of the most dangerous distractions is your cell phone. Use the "I'm driving" feature on your phone to turn off notifications or turn it off altogether. Being aware of what typically distracts you can help you take steps to maintain focus. For example, if you check your social media because you're afraid of missing out, use a distraction blocking app that locks you out at certain times of the day. Aggressive driving. Stressful driving conditions can trigger feelings of anger and frustration, leading to risk-taking behaviors on the road like speeding and tailgating. Dealing with aggressive drivers. One of the most dangerous hazards you will face on your mission is an aggressive driver. In extreme cases, aggressive driving can develop into road rage, a more severe form of aggressive driving. Henry can help you identify the signs of both woe. He explains that these behaviors are triggered for 2 reasons: a perceived sense of loss, e.g. lost time or an emergency, or a perceived sense of disrespect from other drivers, e.g. someone cut me off. While you can't control the behavior or feelings of others on the road, you can control your own. Following the rules of the road is the best way to avoid angering another driver. Henry has a 3-step approach on how to handle other aggressive drivers. Signs of aggressive driving: speeding, tailgating, weaving, often without signaling, cutting in front of other drivers and then slowing down, blocking other vehicles from passing, punishing other drivers with brakes or headlights, signs of road rage, cursing or making rude gestures, threatening another driver, throwing things at another vehicle, ramming or sideswiping other vehicles, forcing another vehicle off the road. Don't offend. Avoid actions that can upset other drivers, such as cutting another driver off, driving slowly in the left lane, tailgating, making gestures. Even apologetic gestures may be taken the wrong way. There is no universal sign for "I'm sorry." Don't take it personally. Even if you haven't done anything to offend another driver, they may still drive aggressively around you. Assume it has nothing to do with you. The other driver could be having a bad day or rushing to deal with an emergency situation. Practice tolerance and adjust your attitude from competition to cooperation. Don't respond. When someone offends you, whether accidentally or on purpose, do not respond to the incident. Instead, refuse to be angry. One driver cannot start a fight without the involvement of another. Give angry drivers lots of space to protect yourself from sudden movements. Avoid making eye contact, which can be taken as a signal of engagement or challenge. Managing your aggression. Like your fellow drivers, you may experience frustration and anger on the road. You are, after all, only human. However, you can lessen the effect of these emotions. Henry has 5 tips for reducing frustration on the road. Take care of your basic needs. Hunger, dehydration, and fatigue can exacerbate strong emotions and make you irritable. Know your driving personality. You may be naturally impatient or a risk-taker by nature, which may lead to more aggressive driving behavior. Being aware of how you are likely to react in certain situations can help you change the way you respond. Listen to something relaxing. Reduce stress and lower your blood pressure by listening to music or an audio program that is slow and calm. Use your manners. Isolated in your vehicle, you may act more boldly than if you were in a social situation. Imagine you are at a restaurant and act accordingly. Practice deep breathing. Deep breathing stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, which turns off your flight or fight response and calms you down. Topic 1. Review defensive driving, navigating the driving experience. You have successfully completed your basic training on defensive driving to prepare you for your assignment. As you move forward on your journey, keep the principles of defensive driving at the forefront of your mind. Be prepared. Communicate your presence and intentions. Be on the lookout for hazards. Give yourself plenty of time to react. React in the safest possible way. Keep yourself and others safe by following the rules of the road and always wear your seatbelt. Your vehicle is the most powerful tool at your disposal. Conduct thorough inspections to avoid breakdowns and damaged cargo. Lock your vehicle to prevent theft and configure your vehicle to support you by adjusting your seat and mirrors. You can't control weather, traffic, or other external influences, but you can be proactive by planning your trip to avoid obstacles and minimize risk. You and your fellow road users all have strengths and weaknesses that will be tested on the road, like your health and the temptation to drive drowsy, distracted, or angry. Know what yours are as a driver and take steps to improve your weak points.